Nice to meet you. Actually, I can say after a long period, a long time, I'm in here actually in the crypto wise crypto space. Nice to meet you once again. I can see a lot of people they're just waiting to hear from the Versus-X. I can see here is Maya, Jack, Jackson, and everyone. So have a great day, everyone. After a long period, I'm here. So hope that you're well. So just waiting for our honorable guest for a couple of minutes. Hope that he will join soon. And also, people make your own research and ask good question. Definitely, you need to ask the project related question, guys. I remember I said like the project related question. So make your own research and ask some good question. Otherwise, no reward. So mind it. Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, GMs, everyone.
Okay, yeah. Thank you for this waiting. Actually, I can see a lot of people is here, so I think we can start now. So thank you, beautiful vlogs, for having here in the Voice Crypto community. So yeah, today like we will discuss more about the Versus-X. I can say which is one of the like one kind of open world sport game in nearly development, and also there is good news for you guys there that their closed beta is coming soon on the PC and mobile so far. And also I can see they did a lot of things within just few days actually. Like I can see within just 1 month I can remember actually. So, to learn more about their plan program, Skies is the tune actually. If you're to learn their upcoming plan, like I can see they sold out the high roller NFTs on Magic Eden, and then sold out all the ideas and launched their token to centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges. So, what next actually? So, we will learn more from the same session, like what next. First of all, sir, could you please introduce yourself a little bit and also your experience in the crypto industry? Then you can say about like what is Versus-X actually and your mission.
Yeah, hi everyone, and thanks for having us today as well. Really excited to get into this spaces. Um, but yeah, I'm Louie Rice. I'm the CMO Versus-X, and yeah, we are a Web3 gaming studio called eSkills Games, and our first product is called Versus-X. Myself, I have been in the crypto space since 2017, full time since 2020, managing my own portfolio. Keen interest in marketing, growth hacking, and just kind of how the Web3 space was kind of like shaping up, really. Started working with some early Web3 startups in advisory positions, and then met the Versus-X team 2 years ago and have been working with them non-stop ever since. My Web2 background is mainly focused in engineering and also managing operations management, managing large teams of people in the food and pharma sector. Um, but yeah, also co-founder of Free Protocol, which is a decentralized jobs board and freelancer marketplace as well. But yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell. My Web3, Web2 experience. But yeah,
Okay, yes, thank you, sir. Thank you. Happy to know about yourself and also a little bit about your Versus-X. So their mission is very clear, guys. I can say build a skill-based wagering ecosystem for realistic sport games, actually. And initially, they are focused on competitive sports gaming, but I can say they will eventually expand into an open world gaming universe with a digital asset. Yeah, that's all actually. So like I just want to know more in detail as for I mentioned earlier, like your beta version is coming soon. Could you share more like detail about this, and also how can people register to participate in your beta?
yeah. So yeah, like I said, we've been building since 2021, and we're finally bringing our product to market now. We did an open beta last year on Polygon testnet, so we're really excited to bring out this closed beta very soon. For people that want to register for the closed beta, you can do that now on our website. If you want guaranteed access to the closed beta, go and grab yourself a high roller. The closed beta will be launching soon. We're targeting for the end of the month. You know how these things are, though it might spill over into next month. But as soon as we got some concrete dates, we'll let people know. A bit of information around it. It will be exclusively hosted on Ultra.io. They are long-term partners of ours, very good. We will be integrating their SSO, so people that are on the platform will be able to log straight into Versus-X, and it will automatically create you an account. We're also integrating their token for PvP wagering down the line as well. So yeah, really, really excited to launch that closed beta with the Ultra team.
Yes, yes, definitely. So people don't forget to join their closed beta. And also, if you have any question about this, just ask. Like you can ask after this question actually. So stay tuned, as I mentioned. So, like as far I know, you're integrated with the blockchain technology, like you mentioned in your website. Use blockchain to provide transparent and trustworthy scale games wagering actually. So could you share how does the blockchain technology integrate into the Versus-X enhance the gaming experience?
Yeah, that's a really good question. There's so we're using blockchain pretty much at every step, right? We're also starting to integrate AI now as well, which I know a lot of people are bullish of. And we're starting to see throughout the gaming industry, not even talking about Web3, we're starting to see throughout the gaming industry a lot of people are being made redundant at the moment, and that's because the gaming industry is bracing itself for the future of AI. So Web3 and AI are both inevitable, and they're both going to be big parts of the gaming landscape over the next, we're already starting to see it now, but even more so over the next 3, 5, 10 years. And yeah, so we've integrated lots of blockchain, and I like to call, without blowing smoke up his ass too much, I like to call Dean, our founder, a bit of a visionary, because he was putting these things together in 2021, and he was well ahead of the curve. We may only be bringing our product out now, but he was drawing these things up and putting these things together back in 2021. So but yeah, so we are completely frictionless. So that means we pay all of the gas fees, we do all of the transactions on the back end. That means that the user plays the game. It's just like a Web2 game. You wouldn't know that there was, like you wouldn't know it was all on chain. You wouldn't know that you were using crypto tokens. It would feel like just like an in-game currency, essentially. We are integrating NFTs at every step of the way. We have a highly customizable avatar. These things are so cool. The High Roller collection, if you're interested in looking into the ecosystem, you want all of the benefits, it has so much utility. It's insane. And it was a free mint as well. So, you can't go wrong with that. These avatars are highly customizable on chain, and it means every item slot, so every piece of clothing, so your upper body, your lower body, your shoes or feet, and all of your sort of accessories like your glasses, helmets, hats, all of that sort of stuff, they're all on-chain NFTs, fully tradable and fully customizable in-game. When you customize your avatar in-game, it updates on-chain as well. So it updates your PFP to reflect those changes. So if you've put on a baseball cap from your favorite Web3 partnership that we've just brought into the ecosystem, your PFP will update to wear that baseball cap. If you've just put on, like the new D-Golf jacket that we've just launched in game and you update that, then your PFP updates to wear that jacket as well. So we're hyper bullish on customization. We're hyper bullish on free to play pass in game as well. So when the mobile builds launch, we will make sure that there's free to play pass there. So people can come in, they can play the games, they don't need to necessarily wager. And, we're encouraging them to collect these assets, these NFTs, the wearables and skins and all of that sort of stuff. Because that's essentially what, Web2 free to play games do, right? They onboard loads of people through, good marketing and fun gameplay. And then they stick around, and then people like to invest in the games that they're playing. They like to upgrade their characters and buy skins and stuff like that. So that's really important, and that's all on chain as well. So that's all on chain, all fully tradable. You can buy, sell, swap, do whatever you want. And then the real main thing that we are trying to pioneer right now is the Web3 wagering aspect of it. So skill-based wagering is going to be huge. We've done a lot of research into this, and we think that over the next 5 years, pretty much most Web3 projects will have some form of wagering if they have like a tokenomics that wants to be sustainable for a long period of time. And we're starting to see a lot of Web3 games now introduce wagering. Mavi has added it, and there's lots of Web3 wagering platforms now as well. So it's really important to note that when you have a wagering ecosystem, you're essentially allowing two people for PvP wagering. So essentially, two people wager against each other, and obviously this is all on chain as well. And the winner takes 95% of the total wager, so they take the other person's wager, and then that 5 or 10% goes back to our treasury as well, which helps us be sustainable for a long period of time. Wagering is also super important in this landscape. We have bear, bull market and stuff like that. A lot of Web3 projects don't survive through both, the bear and the bull. Whereas, it doesn't matter if our token's 20 cents or $2. If people want to wager $10 of the token, they'll wager $10 of the token. A wager is a wager at the end of the day. So this is something that's not possible in the Web2 space. There are lots of games that have fiat on ramps, but none that have fiat off ramps. But we will have everything. We will have on and off ramps. So on top of that, there are lots of other integrations, Web3 integrations that we'll be doing, blockchain stuff, for transparency, for reward systems. We'll be doing season pass that are all on chain. There's loads of stuff that I can't really talk about yet, but everything that we do or integrate into this game essentially has some relation to the blockchain. So we're not one of those projects that we are basically a Web 2.5 game. We are a full Web 3 game, but we're not, we're smart in the way that we are by the end of the year, we're going to be very targeted towards Web 2 users. And what I mean by that is we're going to have frictionless entry that we've already got. So people will be able to play the game and it's going to feel like they're playing a Web 2 game. We're going to have optimized mobile builds that are going to be available on App Store and Play Store. And we're also going to have official, licensing and branding in there as well that people can trust. And on top of that, we're going to have the free-to-play path as well. We want the game to be accessible by anyone, anywhere, with no barrier to entry as well. So you can pick the game up, play it free to play. You can wager if you want. You can buy and trade all of the assets in game if you want. But we don't want to ram Web3 down people's throats, and we want people to be able to enter at zero cost. So yeah, I hope that answered the question.
Yes, like you explained everything through just one question. What I'll ask later actually. So thank you, but for this actually, like you explained the skill-based wagering mechanism, and also like just keeping an eye on the Versus-X actually. Like if you think why should I choose them, I can say the first the skill-based wagering ecosystem they have. The realistic sport games, customizable option, and also they have a lot of partners with I can say there right now the Neo Tokyo and also Ultra IO. Then they're listed on CoinMarketCap, MEXC, Uniswap. And also their token that is VSX offers like I can say extensive utility in gaming actually. So like you already like named your token I just want to know more about the token and tokenomics and utilities. So could you share actually?
Yeah, sure. So VSX is our native token. It is a utility token. It's by design created for people to wager, for people to spend in our ecosystem. So all of the marketplace fees will be in VSX. We will also have incentives for people to, hold tokens for a long period of time, or to be able to stake and have smart programs and stuff like that as well. But yeah, the real utility for the token is definitely the ecosystem itself. So wagering and be able to upgrade items and stuff like that inside game. For PvP wagering, we will be adding partner tokens, as you pointed out about Neo Tokyo. So we'll be integrating Bytes 2.0, also integrating Ultra's token, Octavia's token. There's several other tokens that I think we've announced, but I can't remember, so I can't say them. But we also have a long list of tokens that have not been announced yet that have really high FDVs. We're talking top 200 tokens. So we're really excited about that as well.
Yeah. Thank you. And also, guys, you can visit their website to learn more actually. Like you'll find in our Wise Crypto, their website actually. So yeah, just go for it and also make your own research. They have their goals, they have their tokenomics distribution, and everything I can say actually in their white paper. So make your own research to learn more. Okay, yeah, thank you for this. And also, like, could you share, like, what type of sports are currently available in your Versus X actually? And could you elaborate different game modes that is available in your Versus X also?
Yeah, for sure. We are First of all, we're planning to have 7 sports playable in Versus X by the end of the year. So right now we have 2 available. That's golf and pool. So pool was really important for us because we wanted to launch with what felt like a completed sport, and also allowed us to build out quite a lot of the functionality for the other sports as well. So every time we build something now, it should be much faster than it originally took to build pool and golf. So there's several playable modes in pool and golf. You'll have obviously practice mode where you can just go and practice. You'll also have your arcade games, which are player versus environment. So you're essentially set challenges, where it might be pot all of the balls within 60 seconds, or it might be pot all of the balls in a certain color order, or it might be, like perfect potter, which is one of my favorite for pool, which is basically you pot all of the balls without missing. If you pot all 15, then it re-racks and then you go again. And it's important to note that everything has a leaderboard. So things that are timed or things that are score point based, they all have leaderboards as well. Leaderboards are going to be really important for not just free to play players, but also wager play players as well. Because at the end of the seasons, people will have rewards and stuff like that. We're also planning to, like, people that are at the top of each leaderboard for each season will essentially have a role to play within the ecosystem in years to come or seasons to come as well, which is really cool. And very similar to golf, you have a lot of arcade type games, but with golf, you also have free par three holes, which are essentially like one hole off of a golf course, which essentially you can pot in, or like you can basically get a hole in one with one swing, right? And they're really nice. The game scales to 4K as well. So if you've got a really good PC, or if you've got a decent PC, I guess, then you can scale it up to 4K as well, which is really nice. And yeah, on the par three holes, you get 10 attempts to try and get a hole in one, or the closest pin to the hole. Pool also has PvP, and golf will have PvP very soon. I think maybe 2 months or something, we'll have PvP. We are also, in a couple of months' time, we will be launching our first whole golf course. So we will have a complete golf course in the game soon. There are a couple of Web3 golf games out there, but none that are doing realistic graphics like us. So we should be the first Web3 game with a full golf course and up to 4 players on it, and that should be launched in just a couple of months. But yeah, I think we will have karting as well in a couple of months, and we will also have a basketball game, not a full basketball game, but it'll be like arcade games like 3-pointers and stuff like that. We'll have that in a couple of months. And again, yeah, by the end of the year, we're targeting 7 games.
Okay, yeah, thank you, and best wishes to your Versus-X for the future, actually. So like as you mentioned, like about the leaderboard, so I just want to know more actually, like in what ways can player climb the leaderboards and earn recognition as the legends within the Versus-X?
Yeah, so because we are, we're covering both. We're covering like the really competitive side of gaming and also free to play. There will be several different leaderboards. You'll have like the free to play leaderboard, and then you'll have like the leaderboard that is basically just for high rollers as well. So high roller holders will basically get better distribution of rewards because they've essentially had a barrier to entry. Also, it's important to note that NFT holders, so high roller holders, will be able to start teams in game. We want to encourage people to start like little teams, almost like little esports teams, where you have a team of 4 people and essentially you're competing against other teams of 4 within the ecosystem as well. So this is a really, really fun thing that we're hoping to introduce by the end of the summer. And basically, it opens up again another part of the leaderboard as well, which is really exciting. And we also have the seasonal rewards as well. I think probably by the end of the year we will have ranks and stuff like that as well. But there will be lots of tournaments, competitions, really important to note as well later in the year that you will have anybody will be able to set up their own tournament or league. You'll have basically like a white label thing in game where you can set up tournaments. Everyone will, maybe they put an entrance fee of $1 each, and then it's like the winner or the top three will take everything. And then the person that set up that league or that tournament, the tournament manager, will also collect some of the fees as well as reward. So we really want to encourage people and the community to kind of set up their own tournaments, their own communities around the game.
Yeah. Thank you. So people don't forget to join their community and also play their game if possible, because they're providing a lot of utilities through their token and also purchase their token if possible. Like their VSX is reshaping the skill-based gaming. Like they have the wagering, Arctic games, rake back, and marketplace is staking, smart programs, and everything. And right now they're in the Polygon. I think the first low fees and also the fees is very important. Some like in some blockchain you need to pay higher fees, but right now they're in the Polygon for the low fees so far. So I just want to know more one thing. Like as I mentioned, the rack back actually. Could you get a idea? Like, could you give an idea about the what is the rack back actually? But I'm new in this time actually. So could you share about this?
Yeah, sure. So basically, rake back is kind of what it says on the tin, right? So if you wager against other players, then essentially the winner takes everything bar the rake. So the rake will be a small fee that goes back to the treasury, and treasury funds go towards daily rewards for players, as well as marketing and other stuff as well. But essentially, if you have like a VSX staked, then you will be able to get rake back as well. So it means that you'll basically get back a percentage of the rake that you pay each day. So if you're a competitive gamer and you want to be playing the game quite a lot, the best thing to do would be to have some VSX staked and also to have a high roller with a lower discount or a higher discount on rake fees. And then also you get your rake back as well. So I think that there might be a chance of getting your rake so low that it basically feels like you're not paying a rake, basically. But for your average user that doesn't have the avatar or VSX staked or whatever, then they will pay the maximum rake. And also, if you wager with partner tokens, then your rake will be a little bit bigger as well.
Okay, yeah, got it now. Thank you for this. So, guys, like they have a long-term plan for the 2024. Like as mentioned earlier, that is more games. They are targeting the 7 sports in the Versus-X for the end of 2024, and I can say the 15 plus partners token integrated, and also like they have the partners created so far. So just stay tuned and learn more. And also don't miss their like every news actually. So here's the last question before going to the live actually, so people get ready with your best question if you have. Like, what sets your versus X open world concept apart from the traditional sports game environments?
Yeah, good question. I think in traditional gaming, I think there's been a couple of titles that have done multiple sports in one game. I think there was like a track and field game, there was an Olympics game. I think someone was talking to me about Sonic's Olympics or something like that. And then obviously you've got the Wii, all of the games that are
Hello.
on.
Tommy, wait a bit. I will take your question later. No worries. Just wait a bit. Yeah, go ahead.
And then also you've got all of the Wii sports games as well. So yeah, we're doing something a bit different where there's not many projects that have launched a game with several sports in it, and also we are going for the we're doing realistic sports as well. So we're trying to make sure that our graphics and mechanics are as close to real as possible. One cool thing as well, which not everybody knows or understands just yet, is Versus-X is slightly set in the future, just by 40, 50 years. So once the game does its full release, we will have there will be story behind the game. There will be some lore and stuff like that. And by having that slight, like being slightly futuristic, gives us a little bit of creative freedom to potentially introduce our own sports into the mix, or potentially add futuristic, slightly futuristic game modes onto already, existing and loving sports as well.
Okay, yeah, thank you for this detailed answer. And also, I think we covered everything, but like if you have anything else, we will discuss later. But before that, I would like to take some question from the community, like they're waiting. So the first one is Tommy. Could you please ask your question?
Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yep, loud and clear.
Okay, so my question is, what blockchain networks does you versus X platform, I mean your project, the platform operate on, and how does it ensure interoperability for cross-chain transaction? That's my question.
Good question. We are on Polygon currently. Our game is built on Polygon. All of our NFTs and our token is on Polygon. The reason why we're on Polygon, there's a couple of reasons. And going back to earlier, like I was saying about the founders being visionaries, and they wanted a frictionless game back in 2021, and there was not many projects that would do a frictionless back then. So Polygon was essential to that, because we wanted to pay all the gas fees on the back end. We wanted players to be able to play a game without having to sign transactions every time they entered a new game, or every time they won something or upgraded something. So Polygon was essential for that. But some hot alpha, we always plan to be cross-chain. We always plan to open our doors to other chains. So whether that's integrating tokens to our game from different chains, or whether that's us bridging to other chains. But there will be a pretty big announcement on that coming next week. Can you just remind me of the second part of your question, Tommy?
Yeah, thank you so much. I got it answered very well. Thank you so much.
Great. Mish, you there?
Yeah, like I need to join through another ID. Like there's some kind of bug issue in my Misho IDs. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So the next one is Maya. Are you there? Hey, Maya. Hey, Maya, are you there?
Hi, hello. So
Yeah,
my
ask your
question is,
question.
so if I don't want to use your NFT for use your NFT for your game, what other use or utility can I use your NFT for?
I didn't quite hear the whole question. Are you asking about NFT utility?
Yes, if I don't want to use your NFT for the game, what other use can I use your NFT for?
Sorry, I'm struggling to hear the second part of the question. If you don't want to use the NFT,
What other utilities can the NFT be used for? That's my question.
okay, all right, yeah, I think I get what you're saying. First of all, if you don't want to use our NFT, we won't hold it against you. Don't worry, we won't be angry. We it's fine. But yeah, there's lots of utility to the NFT, and we did this as a free mint, and we know that there's a lot of people that hold quite a lot of the NFTs now, and that's fine. It's not something that we anticipated, because it was a free mint. We wanted to get the distribution right. But the main utilities for the NFT are going to be in game. So, we want to encourage people to use these in game and play in game. But, for the investors that have multiple NFTs that don't want to play the game or use all of the utility, there is also VSX token allocated for every avatar. And I think that it is up to 270 tokens per avatar. So yeah, as the token price climbs, they should be sort of more attractive to potential investors, or more rewarding to people that got into the free mint or managed to collect them at a lower price. But yeah, there's lots of utilities for the avatar, and again, it's because we wanted people to use them in game. So you got things like reduced rate fee, reduced marketplace fees, increased XP earning, increased skill level. You've also got things like you'll have access to things in Discord, exclusive giveaways and stuff like that. So yeah, it's quite a low entry point at the moment. So I think if you're looking to join a new community and you're looking for some cool benefits and perks and stuff, definitely well worth picking one up. I hope that answered your question, Maya.
Okay, Maya, I hope that you got your answer. But if you have anything else, you can ask to their social media link, no worries. The next one is Phenome. Hey, Phenome.
Hello.
Yeah, ask your question, please.
Yeah, my question is, which strategy do your protocol use to adjust volatility, and what is the mechanism to adopt the escrow liquidity for the users?
Sorry, dude. Can you repeat the question for me, please?
Yeah. Which strategy do your protocol use to adjust volatility, and what is the mechanism to adopt the escrow liquidity for the users?
I'm just going to answer what I think you asked. But yeah, basically we have like token distribution in game for players each day. We use AI and an algorithm to release the rewards each day. And it's very balanced as well. And this is part of the reason why we would be doing a closed beta for at least 4 weeks. And it's because we want to balance this algorithm. We want to make sure that we're not over distributing tokens or under distributing them. We got to get the balance just right because we want players to keep playing. But essentially, what it is if we distribute X amount of tokens in X amount of hours, then the tasks will start getting much harder for PvE. So, for instance, if you needed to pot 5 balls in 50 seconds, it will now be 5 balls in 45 seconds or 40 seconds. Or, we will make the criteria harder to achieve the goal because at the end of the day, it is a skill-based game. The most skilled players will be rewarded the most. And that's basically how the ecosystem works, right? But yeah, I think you said something about liquidity there, but yeah, our tokenomics are pretty sturdy. We've had a lot of people review them. They're available on our white paper, which will be updated, I think, tomorrow. They're also available in Discord if you want to review those as well. I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yep, thank you for your question. So next one is Accurate. Hey, Accurate.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ask your question, please.
Okay, thanks for bringing me up to speak in this area. Please, I would like to know what are the attractive features in this project. Thank you.
Innovation. There's lots of innovation, right? The high roller itself is very innovative. People have played with dynamic stuff and people have done customizable NFTs for sure. But the level of customization and on-chain enhancements, I don't think anyone's come close to that. And there's no blueprint for what we're doing, so that's really unique. It also offers a lot of opportunity for people that are in early. The assets that you get, the way that the game works is the more daily active users we get, the more monthly active users we get, the more the like wearable assets that will be created. So that means that players that get in early, they will have wearables with a much lower supply. And just on the opposite of that, if there's a bear market or something, and our daily active user starts going down, then the supply of assets that are created will obviously decrease drastically as well. So basically, people that get into the ecosystem early should have really unique, limited wearables as well. So I think that's also really attractive. The skill-based wagering side of things as well, I think is super attractive for people. Like if you're maybe a bit of a degen and you like to have like a bit of a like a take high risk and stuff like that, or maybe you're a skillful player but maybe not good enough for esports, but you want to like play some sort of play to earn style game, then I think that's really attractive as well. So there's a long list of stuff that makes the game attractive for me, but the thing that should make the game attractive for all gamers is the fact that it's hella fun to play. It's really easy to pick up and play. You can play casually, you can play competitive, you can play with your nan, you can play with random people online, or you can play against the computer. So gameplay, I would say, is really attractive as well. Hope that answered your question.
Yes, that's a great answer for you. Keep going and excel. We'll keep supporting. Thank you.
Yep, thank you, Accurate, for your accurate question. The next one is the last one is Janet. Hey, Janet, are you there?
Hey everyone, am I audible?
Yes, you are asking a question, please.
All right, awesome. So my question is, can you explain the process of integrating digital assets such as equipment and clothing into the game and how they impact the player's performance? Do you get that?
Yeah, good question. So every sport that's in the game will have its own equipment eventually. So pool cues will be for pool, golf clubs for golf, go-karts or go-karts, etc., etc. Players will be able to buy, sell, trade these. You will be able to earn them part of the season pass. You'll be able to earn them in loot crates. You'll potentially be able to earn them in competitions and drops and stuff like that as well. All of these assets will be upgradable for PvE. So that means that you can upgrade potentially the power, the skill, the speed, or something like that. And that will give you a competitive edge over PvE, which is really important because when you play other players, they will be wiped to zero. Because you want a game of skill. You don't want people to be able to pay to win. So there are lots of things like that will be in the ecosystem, not just sports equipment things. Obviously, you got your wearables and stuff like that, which are just cosmetics, but they're super cool. But also later down the line, we will have stadiums and we also have apartments and stuff like that for people to decorate however they want. And they'll be able to do cool things in them as well. But yeah, highly suggest that if that's what floats your boat, definitely worth picking up a high roller because the high rollers will get an equipment NFT airdrop to them, and they will also get access to a lot of the cool stuff in game, potentially before the free-to-play players.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Janet, for your question. So I think it's time for wrapping up. We are enough for now. Like we covered everything, but if you think that you need to like explain anything else, you can do, or any closing statement for now.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks for having us here as well. Really, really appreciate it, and really appreciate everyone's questions as well. But yeah, we just launched a token 2 weeks ago. Closed beta coming up, NFT reveal coming up, new website, new white paper. We're onboarding lots of new staff at the moment, getting everybody trained up, getting ready for our next sort of marketing push now. We do have a big announcement coming out next week. It was due to be on Thursday, but there was a few things out of our control that pushed it back. So early next week, we'll have a big announcement. So make sure that you guys follow socials, jump in Discord, jump on Telegram, whatever, hit the notifications because you won't want to miss this one. But yeah, we're really excited to be launching the closed beta soon and then leading into the open beta next month. But yeah, full steam ahead now.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having here. And thank you all of our committee members. And also, guys, if you have any more questions and queries, just go to their social media and ask there. And don't forget to take part on the closed beta. Actually, just coming soon. And yeah, thank you once again, sir, for having here.
Cheers, everyone. Thank you very much.
Yeah, bye, everyone.